Hello everyone, my name is Belle and welcome to Huge Belle and Maddie. In this video, I'm going to share with you the update and progress of my ZZ plant and snake plant propagation which I did a year ago. When we say propagation, this is the process of multiplying or creating new plants so we can have many more new plants. So instead of one plant, you can own two or more new plants when you propagate them. There are many ways to propagate a plant depending on its kind. There are plants that can be propagated by cuttings like the stem part and the leaf part, and also by division. We could also propagate plants by seeds, by marketing, and by grafting too. And there are more methods of propagation from different countries around the world. In my updates, I have my ZZ plant propagated by stem, leaflets, and rockies or rachis cuttings, and for my snake plant, by leaf cuttings only, and both cuttings were rooted in water. So before I turn you to my updates, let's watch a short playback of the important details that I did last year when I propagated my ZZ plant and snake plant. After cutting my ZZ plant into different parts, I let all the cuttings dry overnight. The next step was to put them in the container with water to grow roots. The water temperature in the container must be around 23 to 25 degrees Celsius. On the first week of the cuttings in the water, I check from time to time the bottom of the cuttings and see if there's any rotting tissue, and then I remove them. And then I air dry the cuttings for some hours again before I put them back in their container with water. I only do this once in the first week of the cuttings in the water. After 4 to 5 weeks in water, all the cuttings rooted this much, but no tubers or bulbs yet. My Sansevieria propagation by water method. After the leaf selections, I trim the rough edges of the cuttings and then cut the other leaves in half, and then let all the juicy wounds callus for some days. Next, I put the cuttings in the container with water, and the water temperature must be around 23 to 25 degrees Celsius. Every time I change the water in the container, I always check the bottom of the cuttings to see if there's something rotting, and then I rub gently with my finger the part that feels slimy. On the second week, the small white roots were growing at the bottom of the leaves, and on the fourth week, the roots changed its color and grew longer. On the sixth week of the cuttings in water, tiny pups were growing to most of the cuttings, while the other cuttings has just started to grow roots. I just continue to change the water on the container of my cuttings every week. It was an exciting experience for me when I did this water propagation because I could visually see all the roots and the progress that is happening to my plants. And from this point are the updates of my propagations.
Thank you for watching.